Think Santa Claus has always been the cheerful, gift-giving old man we know today? Well, think again. The jolly figure we associate with Christmas has a history that is far more complex and at times quite dark. The story of Santa has some dark and unexpected roots. His evolution from a mysterious figure to the beloved icon of Christmas is a journey through various cultures, myths, and traditions. Long before Coca-Cola gave Santa his red suit, his legend was tied to ancient, much darker traditions. These traditions were often steeped in folklore and myth, reflecting the fears and hopes of the people who celebrated them. His legend was intertwined with ancient winter festivals and medieval celebrations that were far from the merry and bright festivities we know today. These celebrations often had a sinister edge, with rituals designed to ward off evil spirits and ensure the return of the sun. First, we have St. Nicholas, a 4th century Christian bishop known for his generosity. Sounds nice, right? But his story inspired legends across Europe, some of them far from heartwarming. St. Nicholas was revered for his acts of kindness, but the tales that grew around him were often dark and cautionary. His story inspired legends across Europe, some of them far from heartwarming. These legends often involved supernatural elements and moral lessons, reflecting the complex nature of human beliefs and fears. In Austria and parts of Germany, the figure of St. Nicholas was accompanied by a much more sinister character. St. Nicholas had a terrifying counterpart, Krampus. This half-demon, half-goat figure would punish naughty children, a stark contrast to the benevolent St. Nicholas. Krampus was a creature of nightmares, embodying the darker side of the holiday season. This half-demon, half-goat figure would punish naughty children, dragging them off in chains or even stuffing them into sacks. Talk about nightmare fuel! And that wasn't all. Krampus was a reminder that the holiday season was not just about joy and giving, but also about fear and retribution. Dragging them off in chains or even stuffing them into sacks. Talk about nightmare fuel. And that wasn't all. The presence of Krampus in these traditions highlights the dual nature of the holiday season, where light and dark coexist. In the Netherlands, there was Sinterklaas, a precursor to Santa who traveled with a controversial companion named Zwarte Piet, or Black Pete. This character has sparked modern debates, but historically he was seen as a grim enforcer of Sinterklaas's justice. Modern debates aside, the original Pete was depicted as a grim enforcer of Sinterklaas's justice. He was a figure who would punish the naughty children, much like Krampus, adding a layer of fear to the festive season. But let's go back further. The roots of Santa Claus can be traced even deeper into history, to ancient pagan traditions that predate Christianity. Santa's roots trace to ancient pagan traditions. These traditions were rich with symbolism and ritual, often centered around the winter solstice and the return of the light. In Norse mythology, Odin, yes, the one-eyed god, rode an 8-legged horse named Sleipnir during Yule, leaving gifts for those who left offerings in their boots. Sound familiar? This practice bears a striking resemblance to the modern tradition of leaving out stockings for Santa to fill. Leaving gifts for those who left offerings in their boots. Sound familiar? And that jolly laugh, it might echo the pagan celebrations of Yule, which were rowdy, wild, and a little unsettling. These celebrations were a time of feasting, drinking, and merrymaking, but also of rituals designed to ensure the return of the sun and the fertility of the land. It might echo the pagan celebrations of Yule, which were rowdy, wild, and a little unsettling. People wore masks, got drunk, and sometimes even caused mischief to scare away evil spirits. These traditions were a way to cope with the long, dark winter and to celebrate the promise of the returning light. People wore masks, got drunk, and sometimes even caused mischief to scare away evil spirits. These activities were not just about having fun, they were deeply symbolic, representing the struggle between light and dark, good and evil. So how did we get from pagan gods and creepy companions to the wholesome Santa we know today? The transformation of Santa Claus is a fascinating story of cultural evolution, influenced by various factors including religion, folklore, and commercialism. a mix of marketing, culture, and a dash of magic. Over time, the darker elements of these traditions faded, replaced by the more cheerful and commercial aspects we associate with Christmas today. The image of Santa Claus was shaped by literature, art, and advertising, creating the iconic figure we recognize now. Over time, the darker elements faded, leaving us with the symbol of joy we cherish now. The transformation of Santa Claus is a testament to the power of cultural adaptation and the enduring appeal of the holiday season. So next time you see Santa, remember, he's more than just a guy in a red suit. He's a symbol of the blending of various traditions, a figure who has evolved over centuries to become the embodiment of holiday cheer. He's a centuries-old blend of myth, fear, and festive cheer. The story of Santa Claus is a reminder of the rich tapestry of human culture and the ways in which we create and transform our traditions. Stay curious and happy holidays.